everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the first time you've been here before. My name's Jordan and I review boxing gear. Today I'm actually going to be doing a how-to install video for this Pro Mountings RM1000 rafter mount. This is the non-HT version. It's rated to hold up to 120 pounds. I plan on hanging an aqua bag from here, one of two, either one that's 75 pounds or one that's 120, so that's why I got this one. So today I'm going to walk you through the steps like I've done before on the ceiling mount I use to hang my Nazo heavy bag. I'm going to walk you through how to install this. All right, so let's go. All right, so this right here is what comes with this kit. The rafter mount, the hardware, which you have two of these lag bolts that are going to go through the top here, through the rafter, two lag bolts that go under through the bottom and will mount inside the rafter. You get a couple extra lag bolts, and the instructions. 4 steps on how to install this. What you're going to need to install this, for step 1, you just need a pencil or a Sharpie. I'm going to use a Sharpie because I'm going to be able to see it better on the wood. So you're going to need that. And then you're going to need either a power drill or an impact driver. I would recommend an impact driver if you can get one, borrow one, or rent one, because you're going to need to do 2 things. You're going to need it to, one, for step 2, you're going to need it to drill some holes, both through the rafter mount as well as some pilot holes up into it. We'll go over that later. And then the reason I think an impact driver you will benefit more from is when it comes time to installing these lag bolts into the rafter, you can add a socket attachment to your driver and use that to mount it. You don't have to use that. I guess you could use just a regular socket wrench. It's just going to take a little more work on your part, but if you have an impact driver, the impact driver can do the work for you. So those are all the tools you need. Something to mark the holes, a drill or impact driver to drill some holes and some through holes and some pilot holes. With that, you're going to need the bits to get that done, and then probably a socket set, either a socket wrench set or impact socket adapters for your impact driver. All right, so step 1 is you place the rafter mount up on the rafter beam where you intend to hang it, and I'm going to use a Sharpie, and you're going to mark where the through holes go and then where the pilot holes will be drilled on the bottom for the next step. So I'm going to get it up there, make those markings. All right, so step number 2, I'm going to call this there's going to be 2A, 2B. 2A is I'm drilling pilot holes in the bottom of the rafter. A pilot hole is going to be a little more narrow than the width of the lag bolt. You're just, like the name pilot kind of implies, creating a space for the lag bolt to kind of follow through, but it needs to be narrower so that there's still some wood for the teeth of the lag bolt to bite into and hold when that gets mounted. All right, so I'm calling an audible. I'm going to do this a little different than the instructions. The instructions want me to drill all the holes and then mount it. My concern is that after I mount the bottom pieces up there, if I'm the slightest bit imperfect in doing that, the holes on the side here will not match up with the holes I've drilled through the beam. So my plan is to first go up and mount the bottom, and then I will drill my through holes just through the plate here that already exists so that I know those are lined up perfect. So that's my plan. So, so I'm going to skip to part of step 3 and mount the bottom lag bolts. And again, I'm using this socket adapter on my impact driver. so the diameter of the lag bolt is 5/16 of an inch, which means the head of the lag bolt here is 1/2 inch. So you want to use a 1/2 inch socket to install it, or if you're using the metric system, that's about 13 millimeters. So I have 1/2 inch socket, and that's what I use to drill the first one. There's a washer on it, so I'm going to do that for the next one down here too. So back to step 2, this is technically what I was going to do is 2B. This is drilling the through holes through the rafter up here. The diameter of this drill bit is 5/16 of an inch, which is the same as the lag bolt. We want them to be the same size because, again, we're going all the way through. That's step 2B. We've drilled the through holes all the way through. So now we're going to go to step 3B, which is going to be getting the lag bolts all the way through and put a washer on each side, and then put the other nut to the other side of the lag bolt on this side and get that tightened up. So like I said before, I kind of called an audible. I'm doing this a little different than the paper instructions provided with the mount, where I decided to first just mount the lag bolts in the bottom and then drill the holes through the through holes. I am glad I did that. I don't know if I would have messed up doing it the other way, but this way my through holes are perfectly aligned with the holes in the mount up here. So, so if I had to do it again this way, I would do it the same way. Okay, so for the last step, we are putting this lag bolt with a washer on this side. It's going to go all the way through the rafter, and on the other side of the rafter, we'll put another washer, and then this nut, and then we will tighten it down. So you need some tool. This was one of the tools I guess I left out at the start to secure the head of the lag bolt on this side. If you have a 1/2 inch wrench, that'll do the trick. I don't have that. So I'm just using these channel locks here, which is doing fine. And then I'm using the same 1/2 inch impact driver socket attachment to mount this and drill this from this side. All right, so those are all of the steps on how to install the Pro Mountings RM1000 rafter mount. My background, I don't do stuff like this. This is very outside my comfort zone. This is the second Pro Mountings product that I have used. The first one I used was their ceiling mount, and even though this isn't my strength, I thought it was really easy to install. My opinion is this was even easier to install than the ceiling mount, which was also easy. There's just less pieces, and it's a smaller product, so it's just a little easier to get done. So I feel like the only barrier to getting this done is having the right equipment. And I kind of deviated a little bit from the instructions in that I did the pilot holes and mounted the bottom of the mount first and then drilled the through holes. Me personally, if I were doing this again, that's how I would do it, just to make sure that those through holes line up perfectly with the holes in the side of the mount. But yeah, overall, this was really easy to install. This is not, again, this is not what I do, so I feel like if I could do it and you can get your hands on those tools, you can do the same thing. So hope you guys like this. If you have any questions, how-to specifics on the tools or product that I got and why, put them in the comments down below. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell for all my upcoming videos. I'm very close to 500 subscribers, and again, as I've said on my past few videos, once I hit that 500 subscriber mark, I do plan on doing a giveaway. I have a couple ideas on what I might give away, but once that is settled, I'll put out a video specifically detailing what that giveaway is and how to get entered into it. I'll also put that on my Instagram, so be sure to follow me on Instagram. Name is Jordan Miller on YouTube, all together. So hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you next time.